Well, y'all, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I just found my mother's holiday hat, and that's why I'm wearing it. I'm also acting like I'm from Texas, California. Texas is its own state. It's not in California. Anyway, I come from England, the 51st state, and today I'm gonna jump right into it. And this blog is about friends with benefits. This phenomenon, this cultural anomaly is just an expression of the delinquent. I haven't found words to describe the moral status of this phenomenon. Friends with benefit I equate to bestiality. Now, how did I get there? What you're basically trying to do is to remove the first the whole nougat, the whole center, the whole point of sex. You're trying to remove the intimacy, the relationship, the bonding. You're trying to remove the actual essence of sex and just leave the crust. It's like taking out the meat and leaving the crust, just to reducing it to a physical act. Doesn't matter who you do it with, just as long as you get your fix, you can keep it moving, and it's better if you like the person, if you're friends anyhow. That is how I get to bestiality, because there's this grade of animals that don't care who they do it with. They just mate, they just hump, they just jump on the next thing that they see going. And humans, I thought we were supposed to have a little bit more common sense. We're supposed to be a sentient creation of God, therefore aware of our actions, aware of the consequences of our actions, and respecting the things that God has taught us to respect. I don't know why I'm being American today, but I need to snap out of that. I'm British. We need to come back to the whole point of why sex was created. It was to bond, it was to fuse two individuals, a man and a woman, let's not get that confused, together. And once they're fused together, two shall become one. And I will have Bible scriptures in the information bar if you need it, but I'm just going to wrap this right off the top of my head. I think that friends with benefit is a product of a selfish attitude that says all about me, that says I'm going to give into lust, which means my lust doesn't have to come with commitment. It's trying to cream the benefits of a marriage without having the commitment. And I'm just saying, you are building a snare for yourself. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you do, I don't care where you're from. When you take something that's supposed to be sacred and make it common, there are consequences to go with that. And whether or not you can face the consequence immediately or it's delayed, trust me, there are consequences to your actions. Yeah, but you were two, consensual adults, and we think if we like each other, we could just be friends, we could just be benefit, we could just sleep together. It's disgusting. It's reducing and objectifying that person and yourself to being a physical plaything. It says a little bit about your self-esteem. It says a little bit about I'm talking to women in particular. The guys, I think I can come at a whole different angle, but for women, it says a lot about your self-esteem. It says a lot about your self-control. It says a lot about your life and how your flesh is in control of your life. And I don't trust people like that. I think that these people that think they can have what they want when they want, think life is Burger King, have it your way, they're not trustworthy. They're people that don't have to know how to work hard. They're people that don't try to get shortcuts. They're people that don't respect themselves, don't respect sex, don't respect the fact that God has created them for something more. You are too precious. Christ did not come to die for you, to offer yourself on a little plate. Sex is not something that should be played with nor trifled with. I believe that sex is an expression of who you are. I believe that sex is not only for conception, but also for, as I said, fusion of two individuals becoming one. And whether you want to say, oh, friends, and there's no commitment, there's going to be a soul tie created. And that's why people get hurt. That's why feelings get confused. I understand that it's easy for guys to do this and move on, wipe their mouths and keep it moving. But for women, we're meant to be receivers. And even as that vagina receives that penis, you receive the seed of the man, receive his strength. You are spiritually doing something. On a spiritual level, you are conceiving something. So whether or not a baby gets made, or maybe you made you use contraception or whatever. On a spiritual level, something is being birthed. You're being tied together, and you cannot be tying yourself around with different people and expect your life not to get messed up. People's personalities fuse with yours. People can insert all kind of spirits into your life. I believe that your very identity is threatened when you start tying yourself to people that you have no business tying yourself to. I think this friends with benefit thing is not a new idea. There's nothing new under the sun, but it has been popularized in recent years with movies such as Friends with Benefit. In this day and age, you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And more than ever, I need to reinforce to people who are actually trying to do this Christian thing, we have to reinforce what we believe, because every day of your life you're being bombarded with the Antichrist opposite message. So you need to hear something strong, something that's biblically based, and to say that sex is sacred, it's a gift from God, it's for marriage, it should not be watered down, tampered with, used lightly. It will bring devastation to your life, because sin does bring devastation. So I don't need to know who you are, where you're from, what your situation is. Eventually you sow sin, you're going to reap consequences of that sin, and trust me, it's not good for anybody, and that's not what God intended. What God intended is that sex will be used to bind that marriage together, that will be the happy place, the breeding place, not only where children can be brought forth, because that's a beautiful, amazing, essential reason for sex, but that emotionally you can be bonded, spiritually you can become one, mentally you become one, and that can be like a tie to your husband to keep you knowing each other. And there's a level beyond sex that calls for making love and intimacy, but I'm not married, so I can't get into all that right now. If you're doing it, take a good long hard look in the mirror and ask yourself why. Is there not more out there for you? Can you really not control yourself? Do you really think that you could go continue sleeping with your friend and there be nothing bad, no repercussions? Please, wisen up, have a reality check. Friends with benefit, it ain't happening.